You know, when I first tore into this washing machine this morning, it was so full of scum, I actually thought it held a position with the federal government. If you do the math on that, divided by cases of beer, that's too much. Every once in a while, a man is faced with the malfunction of a household appliance. It can throw a wrinkle into the family works. And if you're like me, you're the man of the house, well, you're here to swoop in and at least pretend you know what you're doing to get things back on track. Now, I'm more than happy to touch the washing machine to fix it when it's broke down, because that's about the only time I have to touch the washing machine. And that's how I know I have an excellent wife and we make a good team. Because really, at the end of the day, you know, is that not your role in the household? Is the guy with the tools that knows how to fix things, to keep things running smooth so your family can enjoy comforts such as clean clothes? Well, we'll be clean in a second. I don't know if you guys are actually aware of this, but a washing machine is not a maintenance-free item. Much like the guy that's responsible for fixing it, it needs a good clean out and a reboot every once in a while. Because you think of the machine and the principle of it, you put a bunch of crap in, well, eventually you're gonna have a little bit of crap build up, and eventually the machine, just like yourself, probably not gonna feel that good over time. So what happens to the washing machine is, of course, you know, you got your eco-friendly agitator and you have your eco-friendly soap, and you know, I'm sure that because with every load a sea turtle lives a better life, you get soap scum buildup and dirt, and when those mix together, well, you get yourself a bit of a concoction that jams up the works of the machine, much like your old ticker valve if all you shoveled into it was beer and nachos. Now, I saved you the gory details of what it looked like before we washed it up, but just to give you a little sneak preview, that was in the bottom of the plastic wash tub. It kind of looks like mud that you know, scoop out of the side of a riverbank or something. How often should you take your washing machine apart? I have no idea, but it feels good to get it done because maintenance is important. And hey, I mean, if a guy can be useful around home base once in a while, well, we should be happy to do such. Now, as for the machine itself, I want to ruffle your feathers with this. What really grinds me with any home appliance, and is really just a reflection of how things are nowadays, is the price of repair versus the price of replace. Let me give you a little context of what I'm about to talk about here. This is an ADS, wooden handle, steel head, really nifty one actually, stamped in the side, from the Canadian National Railway, 1937. Stamped in the head. Isn't that a nifty piece of history? Anyways, you look at this tool and you think, man, what a quality piece. Solid steel head, nice wooden handle, good shape. Now, for number's sake, let's just say this tool, it costs $100. I'm working away on the railroad and I snap the dang handle off. Well, would it occur to you to go, well, I guess I'll just have to go buy a whole new one. I'll just throw the whole kit and caboodle right in the dump. Well, surely not. You'd look, well, I'm a man of means. I'll just buy a new handle, plop that in, no problem. Phone up the hardware store, they go, well, a new ADS is $100 and the handle, it's $92. You're going, what? Well, I guess I just buy a whole new one? No, you'd be flabbergasted. That shouldn't happen with a tool. So if you don't think it's acceptable to happen with a tool, then why the heck would it be acceptable to happen with a washing machine? When I got to ripping and tearing into the washing machine, I thought, you know, maybe a guy could do a couple other service parts, maybe even, just based by the look of the tub, how much can one of these be? We could start with a shiny brand new one, then I know it's good for the long haul, or as long a haul as you could expect out of any crappy appliance these days. I ring up the repairman. The repairman says to me, make, model for the inner drum of that washing machine, that silver tub of plastic and what appears to be a recycled bicycle. You know what they wanted for that? With special shipping for overpriced item, $750 for a fancy bucket full of holes. What the heck? Flabbergasted. If you do the math on that, divided by cases of beer, that's too much. So I thought, well, out of curiosity, now that I'm doing research anyways, I wonder how much a whole washing machine costs. Now, I'm not talking a fancy wash machine that's gonna go ding ding and does the Macarena with you when your clothes are clean. I mean a regular working man's wash machine where clothes come in and they hopefully come out cleaner than they were. What I'm talking about is the old budget model. No buttons, no digital display, just buttons and knobs. The exact model we have, Home Depot, 850 bucks. 850 bucks. And the fancy silver tub was what again? Sorry, sir? Yeah, that'll be $750. But aren't they part of the same machine? Have they made some change? Is there some revolutionary reason that now the tub design is so much more eco-friendly that it's almost worth as much as the whole machine? Nope. Same shit, just a different pile. In a day and age where we're supposed to be saving this and salvaging that and drinking out of a paper straw, somehow he got it rigged up that I can't fix a machine, but I can replace the entire machine for just $100 more. Something don't seem right about that. Even if I had to replace the machine, you guys have seen the videos, I'd probably keep the broken washing machine because you never know, I might be able to salvage a few parts off of it. I have no problem with the way the market is. I actually think that everyone has the right to their own free enterprise, and if you figure out a way to make money, well, you should have at it, because at the end of the day, the more people that figure out how to make a few bucks in an honest, hard-working way, whether that be manufacturing washing machines or digging ditches with a shovel, that's better off for all of us. But where I kind of veer off that part is when I feel things are just blatantly wasteful. Prime example, that washing machine. They don't want you to fix it. They definitely don't want you to fix it yourself. They want you to replace the entire machine, and I'm sure in their business model it's because it's easier to ship, it's easier to get it out the door, the profit margins are good, because at the end of the day, that tub is made in the same factory, whether I buy the replacement part or I buy the whole darn machine. They got it figured out. I can't fault them for that, but I do think it's okay to be slightly annoyed with the circumstances that I'm faced with here. Anyways, I'll get it back together. It'll work. You can't hold a handyman down, and I know that all you folks watching feel the same way. If you haven't had a peek under the hood of your washing machine lately, fellas, well, you might want to do so when you got a little bit of time on your hands so it doesn't jump up and bite you at an inconvenient time. Not something that we guys think about too much, servicing, you know? Truck needs an oil change, tractor needs a service, you're on top of that. Washing machine needs to be cleaned out. What the heck? Regardless of the cost of parts, if us guys were resourceful enough to build the house that the washing machine sits inside of, well then we sure in the heck can find the tools and scrounge up the parts to fix the washing machine itself. I appreciate you watching. This was a miniature adventure, albeit involving a washing machine. I don't know what the next adventure is going to be, but I know there's going to be one. I'll see you then. Remember the good old days? When I was a kid, my mom had a washing machine that had a real agitator, big old tall thing that actually beat the crap out of the clothes. What is that? That's a Save the Turtles agitator.